taking a road trip is a great alternative to traveling by train, ship or plane. Driving allows you to experience the sights and sounds at your leisure, and you get to stop as many times as you want. Well, lucky devil that he is. ENC's Dasen and camera person Kanisum Dlose are taking a road trip from Durban to Joburg. Such hard work. They've been stopping at some of South Africa's hidden gems along the way. I hope you're bringing me a present, Dasen. Yesterday they experienced chocolate tasting in the Midlands, better be from there, and had lunch at Nottingham Road's oldest pub. Well, let's see what they're expecting to see and do today. Dasen, a good morning. Very hard work you're doing, so we'll try not to make this too difficult for you, shall we? Tell us about, you've done the road trip. Most people do it 6 hours maybe from Durban to Joburg, but you're breaking it up. What have been the highlights for you? Where are you this morning, actually? Let's start there.
Well, Yuveka, we are now on our way to Clarence. We left Escort. That's where we stopped over last night after visiting Nottingham Road, like you mentioned. And the interesting thing about a road trip is that you kind of get to have the comfort of your own car. You have all of the things that you need pretty much in the back seat. Mind the mess behind us. That's our car has become our mobile office, if I could call it that. And there are also a few boo-boos along the way, like just yesterday, and Kaniso and I were doing a crossing like this into Newsnight. And while we were talking and chatting about the day, about all the things that we did, we drove 100 kilometers past Escort and then realized that we were in Montrose. So we decided to make the most of it and buy something to eat while we were there and then head back. But it's all part of the journey. It was a whole lot of fun. Nottingham Road was really great. You mentioned chocolate, and I have a sweet tooth, so I really enjoyed that. And Kaniso, I'm not exactly sure which was the best part for you yesterday. I know that you were the designated driver. That was a bummer, but at least we were safe. But what did you enjoy the most?
It must have been the haunted house. The haunted hotel. That was cool, being in that room.
Just to remind you, Yuveka, so we stopped at the Nottingham Road Hotel, right? And room 10 at this hotel is supposedly haunted. And there was a lady by the name of Charlotte who committed suicide many, many years ago. So as the legend goes, that room has her spirit in it. And, I must also give this disclaimer that the people at the hotel say that all of the sightings happened after a visit to the pub.
Well, you're coming from Durban, so you should have taken, and anybody who lives in Durban knows about Highway Sheila, you should have taken Highway Sheila to meet Nottingham Road Charlotte. Don't you think so?
I think so, but unfortunately, Yuveka, we don't have any space at the back of this car. So she's just going to have to stay on the side of the road. The other thing is, just a little while ago, before we crossed you, I realized that we had taken some spider or some kind of creature from the Escort B&B that we stayed at, and it was just hanging around on the seat here. But like I said, these are the things that happen along the way, and it seems like we're picking up unwanted passengers as we go along.
Now, tell me about that chocolate tasting, and I hope you picked up a little present for me from there.
Okay. Oh, so interesting thing, we are now being stopped by the RTI. I guess this is part of the road safety campaign. You'll see a little bit of this now. I think he's just checking our license plate, but just before he gets to us, I'll just keep talking to you. Yeah. So, Yuveka, at the chocolate place, there was something interesting there because, you being from Durban, you would know that we're big on chilies, right?
Yep.
And we got to dip a chili in chocolate. Now, did you ever think that you would put those two things together? And if you like biltong, you can have that in chocolate too.
No,
so
that
was quite an experience.
No, I draw the line at biltong and chocolate. Those things remain separate. Those things remain separate. Okay, so where are you heading off to now? Where are you heading off to now? Don't miss the turn, but where are you supposed to be going? Yeah.
Okay, so we're supposed to be going to Clarence, and that's where we're heading. We're still about 180 k's or so away, and we'll be experiencing the quad biking there. So we're going to Clarence Extreme. But it's not just about the quad biking. I understand that the scenery is great. I also would like to see some of the sites in Clarence. But unfortunately, we're running a bit late to see the one thing that I do want to see, and that's the dinosaurs. I think we're just about 200 million years too late. But I understand that we can still catch some of the fossils in the area.
Yeah, maybe there'll be one in your boot, seeing as you're picking up strangers along the way. Okay, well, take care, you guys. And are you on the go again? You haven't been stopped? Everything's good with the car? You guys are fine, licenses and all of that
No,
sorted
everything
out?
is good.
Okay.
100%.
Fantastic. Stay away from ghosts and spiders, and we'll see you in Joburg soon.